This is the right-wing extremist. I know you were wishing this was July 4th Patriot speaking to you, inspiring to you righteous anger and holy indignation. Given motivation by recent events, little has been known that the group commonly known as Anonymous has joined the American resistance movement. That is correct, folks. Anonymous and the A.R.M forged a coalition against government tyranny. Anonymous has intercepted a message, a private email from the agent with the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States. The message goes as follows.
The night of long knives will begin in a few weeks. Make sure you pull your lines out of the pond.
This email, of course, was intercepted within 48 hours of the Sandy Hook shooting. You clicked on this here video because you can feel something ain't right. You've got the government on one hand, tell you that you ought to give up your guns. And on the other hand, your government is buying up hyper-lethal ammunition left and right, and they've refurbished all the World War II concentration camps and given Blackwater a contract to run them. Now you know what's being talked about on the internet. Revolution is in the air, and your government is preparing for it. They are not willing to back down and allow you to have your rights back, and you know it. They have an agenda, a one-world government run by an oligarchy who follows the orders of the beast. Now, whether you believe in God or not is of no consequence, because the facts will remain the same. I am not going to say this again, so listen up now. I can guarantee that your politicians will pass the gun ban, because they have been bought out by the same interests that have fed the Department of Homeland Security to the point of a militarized police state. The line in the sand has been drawn. Your government has stated that it wants to take your guns, therefore making you and your family as slaves. The Oath Keepers, the resistance movement, and third-party media sources have done their best to educate the military and the police. But we just don't have the time. Multiple sources indicate that the Obama administration and the Department of Homeland Security are preparing for an event to occur this coming spring and early summer. Yes, a large portion of the military and a significant percentage of the police and sheriffs will stand by you in the Constitution. But we have not had the time to reach them all. You have a choice before you. You can bow down and allow yourself and your family to be enslaved. Or you can fight. You might die. There is no way to get over that fact. But thought something you are gonna have to weigh in your minds and your hearts. What is more precious to you? Your life or your freedom? I want to remind everyone of what happened in Nazi Germany, what happened in Stalinist Russia, and what happened in Maoist China. Even if you allow yourself to be enslaved, even if you give up your guns and obey the government still might decide to slaughter you, your wife, and your children anyways. History has shown this to be true. And if you think it can happen in America, tell that to the 300 million American Indians slaughtered by the United States federal government. Or you could ask the millions of innocent Japanese that were herded, like cattle, into concentration camps right here in America. And only if you make up your mind to fight. Stock up on ammo and magazines now. Stock up on food and bottled water. A minimum of 1,000 rounds of ammunition per firearm is required. A minimum of 10 magazines per firearm is required. Join or start your own citizen militia. Get your sheriff and local police behind you in the Constitution. Remind them of their oath, and remind them of the danger they would be putting themselves and their families if they should decide to stand against us. This is not to say you should threaten them. If you do, you're probably going to go to jail, as you should. But be careful, and be realistic. Lay the possibilities out before them. But don't put yourself in a position where you can be detained before the fight even breaks out. And remember, the chair is on the wall, the chair is on the wall. John has a long mustache, John has a long mustache.